The geopolitical landscape is once again shifting as the United States makes a bold military move. While former President Donald Trump advocates for peace in Eastern Europe, tensions in West Asia tell a different story. In a strategic display of military power, the Trump administration has sent B-2 Spirit stealth bombers to the remote island of Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean, a move that has sent shockwaves across global defense circles. This deployment, coupled with the redirection of naval strike groups and the addition of fighter jets, signals a clear message. The United States is preparing for a potential military escalation if circumstances demand it. But what does this mean for global security, and how does it impact the balance of power in the region? Let's dive deep into the implications of this critical military maneuver. A tiny coral atoll lost in the vastness of the Indian Ocean, Diego Garcia has long been one of America's most strategically vital military bases. Located over 3,500 kilometers from Yemen, and approximately 4,000 kilometers from Iran, its remote positioning offers both a tactical advantage and a degree of protection from retaliatory strikes. This isolated yet well-equipped outpost serves as a launchpad for military operations across the Middle East and beyond. With an advanced airbase and deep water port, Diego Garcia is the perfect staging ground for deploying a formidable array of military assets, including the newly arrived B-2 Spirit stealth bombers. This move underscores Washington's readiness to use overwhelming force if necessary, and raises the question, what are the Trump administration's true objectives? Among the most advanced aircraft in the world, the B-2 Spirit bomber represents the pinnacle of American military engineering. Its sleek, bat-like design allows it to evade enemy radar, making it one of the most effective weapons in the U.S. Air Force's arsenal. Unlike conventional bombers, the B-2's stealth capabilities grant it the ability to penetrate heavily fortified airspace undetected, striking high-value targets with pinpoint precision. The recent deployment of at least 7 B-2 bombers to Diego Garcia is not a move taken lightly. These aircraft make up a significant portion of the U.S. Air Force's total B-2 fleet, indicating the gravity with which Washington views the current crisis. Defense analysts are now speculating about the scope of the potential military operation. Could this deployment be a warning to Iran, a preparation for strikes against Houthi forces, or something even bigger? A show of strength, U.S. military presence expands. Beyond the stealth bombers, the United States is ramping up its military presence in West Asia. The USS Carl Vinson Aircraft Carrier Strike Group has been redirected from Japan to the region, reinforcing the already significant U.S. naval presence in the Persian Gulf. Meanwhile, the USS Harry S. Truman Strike Group remains stationed in the area, giving the U.S. a powerful dual carrier force capable of projecting dominance over a vast portion of the Middle East. In addition to naval assets, the Pentagon has deployed extra F-35 stealth fighters to the region. These next-generation aircraft complement the B-2 bombers, offering advanced targeting capabilities and further bolstering America's ability to conduct precision strikes if needed. The combined presence of stealth bombers, aircraft carriers, and fighter jets signals a heightened state of readiness and a willingness to escalate if necessary. The bigger picture. A preemptive move against Iran? While the official stance of the Trump administration remains ambiguous, the deployment of these advanced assets points to a larger strategic objective, containing Iran and its regional allies. Iran has long been a key player in Middle Eastern geopolitics, supporting groups such as the Houthis in Yemen, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and various factions in Iraq and Syria. With tensions flaring and the possibility of retaliatory strikes looming, Washington's military buildup serves as both a deterrent and a preparatory measure for potential large-scale operations. For years, Diego Garcia has played a crucial role in U.S. military campaigns. From the Gulf War to operations in Afghanistan and Iraq, this base has been at the heart of strategic air operations. Now, with the arrival of the B-2 bombers, history could be repeating itself. Risks and consequences. The threat of escalation. While this show of force may serve as a deterrent, it also carries significant risks. The military buildup could provoke further aggression, leading to unintended escalation. Iran, known for its strategic countermeasures, may respond with increased military activity, cyber attacks, or proxy warfare through allied groups. Another looming concern is how this move impacts U.S. relations with global allies. Nations such as Russia and China are watching closely, as any military action in the region could lead to broader geopolitical consequences. If the situation spirals out of control, the world could be facing yet another prolonged conflict in the Middle East, something the global community is keen to avoid. Final thoughts. A critical juncture in global politics. The deployment of B-2 stealth bombers to Diego Garcia is not just a military maneuver, it's a statement. A statement that the United States is prepared to act decisively if necessary. Whether this move is purely strategic posturing or a precursor to a more significant military campaign remains to be seen. One thing is certain, the coming weeks will be crucial. Will diplomacy prevail, or is the world on the brink of yet another major conflict? As global tensions rise, the world watches, waiting for the next move on this high-stakes geopolitical chessboard.